Hi, welcome to Maverick and Dempsey's Rundown. It's been a few weeks, and we got some football to catch up on. Uh-oh, and here she comes. Here she comes. Right, all right. So let's get right into some big storylines. All right, we're talking about the NFL here, and it's been a crazy season already. We're only 7 weeks into the season, but Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the NFC. Who saw that coming? A lot of people we thought they'd be the best in their division, but didn't see them being the best in the NFC. So that's a surprise. Um, the New York teams are good. Who saw that coming? Now they lost this, both lost this past Sunday. But New York Giants and New York Jets being good, we didn't see that coming. The Cowboys being good, it depends. If you ask a Cowboys fan, they see it like that every year, but most people don't. So that's surprising as well, especially when Dak Prescott went down and it was Cooper Rush in there. No one really saw that coming. Some of the veteran quarterbacks looking like a little doo out there on the field. All right, Russell Wilson. It's not working with the Broncos. Now, I wasn't one of the one that predicted, even though I love Russ. I did not predict they'd be number one in the division. A lot of people did predict that. They feel foolish now. But now it's looking at if is Russell going to do anything. I mean, making the playoffs, that's not going to happen. I don't think you have any hope on that. Maybe we'll do our no hope and high hopes and do that again like we did last year. Maybe we can do that, but not today. Not on this one. Not on this podcast. But Russell Wilson's not looking good. You're not making it to the playoffs. Just ain't gonna happen. Now you're just trying to see if you can get a winning record, and I don't even think that's gonna happen. I think you're looking at like a 7-9 season here. Oh wait, yeah, they have an extra game now. 7-10 season. Sorry, Russ. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Brady. That's another veteran that's looking bad right now. Well, first let me talk about Aaron Rodgers. Then I'll get to Brady. Then I'll get to my guy. All right, Aaron Rodgers isn't looking good. Colin Cowherd and some predicted that the Vikings would surge ahead and be number one in the division. That happened. Detroit's at the bottom. We thought that would happen. Chicago Bears just right above them. Thought that was going to happen. But Vikings over the Packers, not a lot of people saw that coming. Like I said, some people did, like Colin Cowherd. I don't remember what my prediction was. Honestly, I don't remember if I made a prediction. I was hoping the Vikings would go ahead, but I did not see Aaron Rodgers coming back from his mushroom trip over the summer and being this bad. And it's just not clicking. It's just not working. The coach, Aaron, nothing's working. You lost a wide receiver. I don't see why that should affect you this much. I mean, you should have been doing a little better on that. Kirk Cousins, the Vikings looking great. Okay, but I'm not going to talk about them too much because Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. Um, who cares? So back to Brady. Tampa Bay's not looking good. Brady's not looking good. Now Brady isn't looking terrible. He's only thrown, I think, one interception this entire season. The yards could be better. The touchdowns are terrible, but it's a lot of drop passes. I mean, he's not screwing up on the field too much. You got a lot of drop passes, or he's just missing the mark. I don't know if people are missing routes. The offensive line is terrible. They lost some on the offensive line. They try to make some replacements, just ain't clicking. They've had a lot of injuries. They've had wide receivers coming in and out. I don't know where the fix is, where the problem is. Now Brady's going to just like Brady takes the credit when they win. Brady's going to take the negative comments when they lose, and he's going to take the blame for that. But I just don't see what's going to change here. You have the talent. It just seems like everybody just needs to play better. I mean, that sounds so simple, but it's true. They just need to play better. And will they get it together? Nobody's going to come in and save the day. Gronk isn't coming. Edelman's not coming. Nobody's coming in and save the day. This is really Bucks. You just have to play better. And that sounds ridiculous, because it's not really a point to be made. I mean, everybody knows that, and everybody, would like to do that, but can they do that? That's the question. Can they get it together? I don't know. I'm kind of panicking though because I don't think they will. They could still win the division because it's a terrible division, but it's not looking good right now. And who else is not looking good for the New Orleans Saints? And I'll just quickly say this: I told you so. I told you so. I told everybody so. You take a losing coach and a losing quarterback, and that's going to be your new team. That's going to be, the new regime of your team. That is not going to the playoffs. We took a guy who won 4 games the last time he was a head coach with the Raiders. They were better the year before. They were better the year after. People didn't want to believe, oh, it was the Raiders. Nobody can win with the Raiders. Well, he lost more than everybody else lost with the Raiders. He was a terrible head coach, Dennis Allen. Terrible head coach. You grab Jameis Winston, the guy that the Bucs got rid of, and then they won a Super Bowl. And you thought that guy was going to be the heir to Drew Brees? That's ridiculous. The guy, first of all, he can't stay healthy. Secondly, when he is healthy, he throws interceptions, makes terrible play calls, just does nothing. He went 5-2. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater went 5-0 with the Saints. Taysom Hill went 7-1 on a stretch with the Saints. So you took the guy with the third best record out of the 3 backup quarterbacks to Drew Brees, and you thought this is the guy that's going to take us to the playoffs. He's ain't going to take you anywhere. Now he's not even the starter. Now I'm rooting for the Saints right now. I always root for the Saints, except when Jameis is there because it's a terrible choice, and I'm not going to root for a loser and a bum. But you got Andy Dalton. It looked good the other day when they beat the Raiders, and hopefully they can make something happen here. But you gotta get rid of Jameis Winston. Don't even think about putting him in anymore. And if Dennis Allen can at least get a winning record in this terrible division with a schedule that isn't the hardest in the league, I mean, come on. If he can't get that with the talent that he's got on that team, this team had a top defense all these years leading up to the Dennis Allen regime when they were under Peyton, and you had a good offense in there. Yeah, you're missing Michael Thomas. You still got Kamara, who scored 3 touchdowns the last game, proving that he can still do it. You got Andy Dalton now. I mean, make something happen. But I told you so. I told the Saints fans who wanted to just black and gold to the day I'm old, no matter what bum loser you put in at quarterback. All right? Well, you put a bum and a loser in at quarterback, and you get, exactly, and you got what you paid for. You paid for this bum, and that's what you got. Now, hopefully, he sits his butt on the bench and stays there, and we can just use Andy Dalton and Taysom Hill. And that's my take on the Saints. It's a wide open division. I mean, Falcons are terrible, even though they might be number 1 in the division right now, but they're terrible. Panthers are terrible. Bucks are terrible. Saints are terrible. Somebody has to rise up and actually play better to actually make something happen here. I don't talk a lot of college sports because I'm not a huge college guy. LSU just cracked into the top 10 at number 10. They play Alabama this weekend. Can they beat them? This is the chance where they possibly can. Alabama is weakened. They got the crap beat out of them by Tennessee. It's Saturday night. It's Tiger Stadium. This is your chance. All right. LSU's hot right now. Kelly's proven those doubters wrong. And I wasn't a doubter. I liked the guy at Notre Dame, and I liked him at LSU. I liked him coming over to LSU. All right. So this is the chance to do it. Can they do it? Will they do it? I'm going to predict they can. Now, often I make the mistake of leading with my heart, but I'm going to go ahead and lead with my heart again, and I think they can do it. All right? Now, I've been kind of dominating the mic time here. What do you want to talk about?